So I was playing online on FIFA 12 the other day on Ultimate Team when the freakiest thing I've ever seen in a game ever happened. I was having a normal game, winning 2-0, when I noticed the person I was playing's name was DeathRape666. This made me freak out slightly, as I didn't think PSN would let someone have such a name. I had just scored a third goal past him when he sent me a message. It said,
I must win. Master wants me to win. Let me win now.
at first, I thought it was just a little 10-year-old noob who didn't want to lose, but I noticed I received the message while the person was playing. You'd normally have to pause the game to write a message, but he didn't. Still, I ignored the message and continued to demolish him. I saw in the top corner that he had a mic on and he was speaking. I had the TV on mute because I was listening to music, but I switched it off so I could hear what he had to say. It was faint whispers when it was coming out of the TV, so, being the idiot I am, decided to put on my mic so I could hear what he was saying more clearly. As soon as my mic switched on, an ear-splitting scream was let out, straight to my ears. I threw my mic onto the floor, put my music back on, and continued to play. I know I should have quit, but I don't like to quit as it counts as a loss, and I don't like losing. My CD finished playing and stopped itself, so I could now hear the TV again. The player had stopped whispering or screaming, whichever he was doing, so I could clearly hear the commentators. Every time the ball was kicked, the commentator was saying,
Yeah.
I got really freaked out by that, but the match was nearly over, so I just played out the last few minutes. I was in serious shock and really relieved when the match ended, but while I was navigating the menus, I could hear the whispers of that man's voice in the background. I tried to block him, but he didn't show up on my players met list. I looked at my record and it said I had been awarded a loss for the last game. I was shocked by this because I'd won 3-0. I then received another message. This one said,
Thank you, but Master wants another game.
I replied with, "Who are you?" And I got one back with no words, but a picture of a football pitch with all the players on the floor decapitated. I replied back, "What the fuck?" And a reply came, but it was just random letters and punctuation. I got really freaked out and turned off the PlayStation and turned the TV off. I was putting the game back on the shelf when I seen on the black TV a box popped up in the corner. It said a message had been received from DeathRape666. My TV was unplugged. I shit myself and ran downstairs. I give it a fuck what the message said. I went back on FIFA the other day and everything was normal. Plus there was no history of ever playing or receiving messages from that man. I was starting to relax again when a box popped up in the top corner. A game invite has been received from DeathRape666. Well, that was better than Radiohead.